What passive income actually looks like by niche. Photographers, coaches, and educators compared. The same productized income principle looks completely different in a photographer's presets versus a coach's frameworks versus a teacher's worksheets. Passive income gets thrown around like it means one thing, but ask a wedding photographer, a leadership coach, and a middle school teacher what it looks like in practice, and you'll get three completely different answers. The underlying mechanic is identical. Package what you already know or already make, sell it once, deliver it forever. What changes is the shape of the product, the price point, and the moment you ask for the sale. If you've been stuck trying to copy someone else's passive income playbook from a different field and wondering why it isn't working, this is probably why. The one principle that doesn't change. Every semi-passive income stream is built on the same trade. You do the hard, expensive thinking once, package the output, and let a checkout page do the selling from then on. That's true whether the output is a Lightroom preset pack, a client onboarding framework, or a fractions worksheet. The mistake most creators make is trying to import someone else's format wholesale instead of translating the underlying mechanic into their own field. A coach copying a photographer's 9 preset pack strategy ends up selling a $9 PDF nobody wants, because a PDF isn't how coaching value is normally delivered. The fix is to ask, what do people in my niche already pay for informally? And how do I turn that into something delivered instantly and automatically the moment someone pays? Photographers, presets, packs, and the print upsell. Photographers have the most obvious productizable asset, the exact edit that makes their work recognizable. A signed wedding photographer selling XMSIM or DNG presets isn't selling a filter. They're selling, this is what my style looks like on your photos, which is why preset packs from photographers with real portfolios routinely sell in the $15–45 range for a themed set, moody film, golden hour, bright and airy. The passive layer comes from bundling. One core pack, then a mobile preset companion for Lightroom app users, then a posing guide PDF, then a short video walkthrough on batch editing a full gallery. Each edition is cheap to make once and expands the average order value without adding client-facing work. Delivery matters more here than people expect. Preset files are small but finicky, so buyers need clear instructions and a working link the instant they pay. A big share of preset buyers are other photographers checking out on a phone between shoots, and nobody should be DMing, "Did my payment go through?" 40 minutes later. Coaches, frameworks, templates, and the async offer. Coaches sell transformation, which is inherently harder to bottle than a photo edit. You can't package confidence into a zip file. What you can package is the process you walk every client through, the diagnostic questionnaire, the 90-day roadmap template, the script for a hard client conversation, the Notion dashboard you rebuild from scratch for every new sign-up. This is where the highest leverage passive product for coaches lives. A $47 to $50 toolkit that replaces the first 2-3 sessions of handholding with a self-serve framework, positioned as the on-ramp to your real one-one offer rather than a replacement for it. The second passive layer for coaches is async coaching itself, a lower-priced tier where clients submit work, a resume, a pitch deck, a workout log, and get structured written feedback on a set schedule, no live call required. It's not fully passive, but it converts hours of scheduling and live calls into batched, async work you can do in one sitting a week. Combine both and a coach can run a real ladder. Free lead magnet, paid framework, async review tier, full 1-1, each rung selling the one above it. Educators, worksheets, mini courses, and the bundle ladder. Educators, classroom teachers, tutors, curriculum writers, sit on the deepest existing inventory of any group in this comparison, because most have already made hundreds of worksheets, slide decks, and unit plans for free, for a district that will never pay them for the IP. The passive income move here is almost entirely about repackaging what already exists. Clean up the file, remove school branding, add a cover page, and list it. A single well-made worksheet rarely sells for more than a few dollars, which is exactly why bundling is non-negotiable for this niche. A full unit bundle of 15-20 related worksheets at $12-25 converts far better than the same items sold one by one, because the buyer, usually another teacher or a homeschool parent, is shopping for an entire week's lesson plan, not a single page. The second act for educators is the mini-course. 5 to 10 short videos walking through a concept parents or students get stuck on, sold alongside the worksheet bundle as a package. This is where a lot of educators discover their audience was never just other teachers. Parents managing homeschool or after-school learning are often the higher-paying, higher-volume buyer. Translate, don't copy. Before you clone a strategy from a different niche, ask what the equivalent unit of value is in your own field. A photographer's unit is an edit. A coach's unit is a decision framework. A teacher's unit is an explained concept. Package that unit, not someone else's format. Turn this into a product this week. Pick one thing you've already made for a client, student, or your own work, not something you'd have to create from scratch. Strip it of any client names, school branding, or identifying details. Write one paragraph explaining who it's for and the specific result it delivers. Decide the format buyers already expect in your niche: preset pack, template kit, worksheet bundle. Don't force a mismatched format. Set an illustrative launch price. Then plan the bundle or upsell that follows it. Create your store and upload the file so delivery is instant and automatic the moment someone pays. Post it to your bio link and one piece of content pointing straight at it. Whichever niche you're in, the operational layer is the same, which is exactly why it belongs in one place instead of being duct taped together from a payment link, a separate email tool, and a cloud folder. A live example store shows how one creator lays out a preset pack, a framework kit, and a worksheet bundle side by side on a single link, because buyers browsing store.fan username don't care that your products came from 3 different corners of your business. They just want to buy the one that solves their problem right now. Centralizing also pays off after the sale. Discount codes run a launch week price without rebuilding your checkout. The customer list tells you who bought 6 months ago when you launch a sequel, and a broadcast email to past buyers routinely outperforms a cold audience post, none of which works if your store is a rotating cast of third-party links. FAQ: passive income by niche. You're not copying a strategy from another niche. You're translating a principle into the unit of value your audience already understands. None of this requires a rebrand or a new audience. It requires picking the one thing in your field that already gets asked for informally. What preset did you use? How do you structure your first session? Do you have a worksheet for this? And putting a price and an instant download behind it. Store.fan exists so that step takes an afternoon, not a quarter. Key takeaways. The core mechanic never changes. Turn a repeatable skill into a downloadable, instantly delivered product. Photographers monetize their eye, presets, LUTs, posing guides. Coaches monetize their process, frameworks, scripts, async reviews. Educators monetize their explanations, worksheets, mini-courses, bundles. Price and format should match how the buyer already consumes your free content, not how much work the product took you. Every niche benefits from a real storefront, not just a payment link buried in a caption. Delivery, discounts, and follow-up all live in one place. The fastest first product is almost always something you've already made for a client or student and can strip of identifying details. Start your creator store free at store.fan.